Hi everyone, today's class is a faster paced Vinyasa flow to build strength, particularly in our upper body. We'll start at the top of our mat in a Tadasana position with your feet hip width or together. Try to root down into all four corners of your feet. And at the same time, feeling that you're lifting through kneecaps, engaging your quads and your glutes, and then drawing your shoulders back and down. Let's take a big breath in through the nose, and then a big sigh out, closing down your eyes. Take a moment here to just feel grounded, solid and stable, unmoving like a mountain in mountain pose. Slowly start to blink your eyes open. We're going to begin to flow through our Sri Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A, focusing on connecting the movements with your breath. Let's inhale to bring the arms up overhead. Palms touch, look forward or up towards your hands. Exhale to swan dive. Open those arms wide, hinge forward from your hips. Little bend in those knees, especially as we're just getting warmed up. Chin towards your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Fingers to your shins, or you can keep them on your mat. Press the chest forward. Feel the stretch into the backs of the legs and along your spine. Exhale to fold forward. Plant your hands. Inhale, step or hop your feet back to a plank position. Make sure your fingers are spread here. Shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You can choose to lower your knees down, especially for this first one. We're just taking things slow for this first round. Exhale to lower down. Keep those elbows squeezing in towards your side ribs as you lower your chest and belly down together. Inhale to your baby cobra. Elbows in towards your sides. Or if you're ready, you can come up into your cobra, broadening through your collarbones. And then exhale to tuck your toes or roll over your toes to your downward facing dog. Fingers are spread and you're still pressing into the fingers, pressing into the knuckles. You can take a little movement through your hips, pedaling at your feet, shaking those hips out. We've got 3 rounds of breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath. And the next inhale, again, bend those knees, look forward to the top of the mat again. Exhale, walk, step or hop your feet forward. Feet hip width or together, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Press into your hands, big circle with your arms on the way up, palms touch at the top. Let's come straight down through our second round, picking up the pace a little bit this time. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold forward, plant your hands. Inhale, step or hop your feet back to plank. Again, you can drop those knees down, or perhaps you're ready to keep those knees lifted. Come through your chaturanga, your half push-up. Inhale to your back bend, baby cobra, cobra or up dog. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here again. You can continue shaking out those hips, pedaling out the feet, still just getting warmed up into the back line of your body. Okay, and then bend those knees, look forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk, step or lightly hop your feet forward again. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, open those arms. Draw the lower belly in as you stand up, palms touch at the top. This time, hands down through Hatsanta Samastiti. Take a moment to catch your breath. Pressing back down into all 4 corners of your feet. We're going to come through our chair pose now, Utkatasana. Sit those hips low, sweep your arms up like you're sitting down into a chair. Sink those hips really low. Bring your weight back towards your heels so you can wriggle your toes and you should be able to see your toes. Keep your chest lifted, tuck the tailbone under and pull your lower ribs in. So you're really feeling the core working instead of dumping into that lower back. Use your core to lengthen through the lower back. Keep sitting those hips down lower. Stay here one more breath, squeezing the inside thighs together. Lift your chest on the inhale. Exhale, sit those hips down lower still. Inhale here. And then exhale, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart center. Let's twist here. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Finding a twist, and perhaps this is enough for your lower back. If you've got a bit more space, start to press your hands together so you can open your chest towards the right side of the room. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Stay here. Breathe. And then slowly now we're going to shift our weight into the right leg. Scoop that lower belly in, so using your core to help you find that balance as you lift your left foot up and then lightly step your left foot all the way back. Doesn't matter if you can't get there in one step, just take your time, shuffle it back, or maybe even release the twist if you need to. Let's stay here, hold here for one more breath. Keep sitting those hips down lower if you can, feeling the stretch into your left hip flexors, continuing that stretch into the lower back. And then now to come out, we're going to press into the front foot a lot. Scoop that lower belly in, use the strength of your core to come back through center. And then lower your back heel down, warrior two now. Reaching your fingertips in opposite directions, you can widen your stance so you can sit further down into that front leg. Feeling that stretch into the inside of your right thigh, right hip. One breath, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Exhale to sit a little lower. Inhale, let's flip that front palm. We'll straighten that front leg now. Stretching, releasing through that front leg, through the quad, and dipping back, stretching back out into the right side of the body. This left hand is just light on that back leg. Hold here for one breath. And the next inhale, use your right arm to guide you all the way back up. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Try to reach your right hand forward, press into that right foot, and keep your kneecaps pulling up here. Still engaging through your legs. And then we're going to tip forward, bringing the back of the hand to the inside of your calf or your ankle, or perhaps you can reach your fingertips down to the mat. But just make sure you're not tipping your upper body forward. We want to think of stacking those hips, drawing this top hip back. Even if it means keeping your hand quite high up on your leg, it doesn't matter. Open through that chest and draw your top shoulder back. And perhaps you look forward or you look up towards your top hand. And then you can turn your head back down if your neck is pinching. One more breath, holding here in your triangle pose, Trikonasana, stretching into the right hamstrings, into that left side of the body. And then on the exhale, we're going to lower that left hand back down, frame your front foot with your hands, turn to the ball of that back foot. Step your right foot all the way back to plank. Option to go straight back to your down dog from here if you're feeling tired. Otherwise, come to that plank position and then move through your vinyasa. Knees can lower down or keep them lifted. Lower your chest and belly down. Inhale to your back bend. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Noticing if the backs of the legs are feeling a bit different now. If your left and right sides feel different. And then we're going to bend those knees a lot forward to the top of the mat on the inhale. Exhale, walk, step. We could hop your feet forward to the top of the mat again. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift to flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, come back to your chair. Sit those hips low, sweep your arms up. And then let's come all the way back up, standing up, straightening your legs. Exhale to draw your hands down through heart center, Samasthiti. 5 rounds of breath here. Catching your breath. Feeling your heartbeat against your thumbs. And when you have completed this 5 rounds of breath, you can blink your eyes open so we can come to our second side. Same thing, starting in our chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit those hips low, sweep your arms up. Keep that tailbone tucking under, keep those lower ribs, the lower belly drawing in. Chest lifted, hold here 1 breath. Exhale to sit those hips lower, keep that weight back towards your heels. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's find our twist. So bringing your right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Stay here, just hooking that elbow around, feeling that twist. If you want to deepen the twist, you can start to turn your chest more towards the left, maybe even looking up towards the top shoulder. Keep that lower belly scooped in so you're stabilizing the lower back. Stay here longer, or now we're going to find our revolved crescent lunge. So shift your weight into the left foot first. It might help with your balance to just keep your gaze down, and then lightly, in 1 or 2 or more steps, step your right foot all the way back to the back of your mat. Maintain that twist if you can, otherwise come out of the twist first. And just 1 breath here, sitting those hips down lower. And then using the strength of your legs, strength of your core, push into the mat with that front foot, bring your body back through center, and then over towards the right side. Adjust your stance, warrior 2 on this side. Reach your fingertips in opposite directions. Sit into that front leg. Keep opening that front thigh out. Hold here 1 breath, back leg is strong. And then reverse here. Flip your front palm, straighten your front leg, just to relax through that quad now. And we can tip back. The right hand lightly rests on that leg, and we're lifting the chest, feeling the stretch back into the left side of your body. Staying here. Or next inhale, use that left arm to guide you all the way back up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach your left hand forward, slide your right hip back, and tip forward. Again, focus on the stacking of your hips and your shoulders first, opening your chest. And then if you've got more room, you can bring your hand a little further down. Stretching into the right side of the body, into your left hamstrings. Keep pressing into your feet, lifting through your kneecaps. 1 more breath. Staying here for the inhale. When you exhale, lower your hands back down. Turn to the ball of that back foot. Frame your front foot with your hands. Step your left foot back, plank, or straight back to down dog, maybe moving through your vinyasa. Always flowing with your breath. 5 breaths in down dog. Okay, let's lower those knees down to the mat. And just sit over to one side and bring your legs out in front of you. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Okay, so we're going to find a little bit of core work before we finish. Finding our boat pose. It's our favorite. We're going to bring the feet far onto the mat. Walk them a little closer back towards your hips. Just make sure you're not dumping into your lower back or into your tailbone here. We want to keep that chest propped up, keep the spine nice and long. and draw the shoulders back and down away from your ears. So perhaps just staying here, you're already feeling your abdominals working, you're feeling your quads working a little bit. But if you'd like to go a little further now, you can bring your hands in front of your shins and just start to lift your heels up off the mat. Balancing on your sit bones, on your hips, coming up onto those tiptoes. If this is okay, you can bring your hands behind your thighs and see if you can start to lift your feet. So your shins are at 90 degrees parallel to the mat. Can you squeeze your knees and your inside thighs together? And perhaps this is enough. If this is still okay, reach your fingertips forward now. Keep that chest lifted, keep those collarbones broad. Stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Stay here on the inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lower down to your low boat. Extending your legs forward, lower your chest, your shoulders until they're just hovering off the mat. Reach those fingertips forward. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Big sigh out. You can bring those knees back in. Just about match width apart with your feet. Open your arms out to the side. You can just stay here for a moment, or you can drop your knees side to side to release out through those hips and give your glutes and your lower back a bit of a massage. At the same time, just stretching back out through abdominals. You can continue repeating this as many times as you need, perhaps even dropping your knees all the way to one side, turning your head to look towards the opposite hand. Staying here for a few breaths. And then repeating on the other side, dropping your knees the other way, turning your head to the other hand, staying here for a few breaths. You can finish your practice by just repeating those movements, or we're going to come into a butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together, knees dropping out to the sides. You can keep your arms out to the side here, or you might want to bring those arms up overhead to stretch into the whole front body. If you've got extra time today, you might want to stay longer. I'll just leave you here to do any final stretches and poses, or stay in this position for as long as you need. Namaste.